Welcome back to Chef's Ink Book News, where we cut through the noise and bring you the books that actually matter in hospitality. I'm Alex Rivers, your straight-talking chef host, and today we're going deep. We're not just scratching the surface.
No.
We're dissecting 3 books that provide a masterclass in how to run your restaurant, your team, and, your creative process.
Exactly, Alex. We're talking about books that build on each other. One lays the foundation.
Right. Another builds the house, and the third one shows you how to fill it with groundbreaking art. These are the blueprints, and I'll be here to pour it all into a glass and see how it tastes from the front of the house. Because the ideas we're discussing today,
Yeah?
They connect the back of the house to the front like never before. So grab your coffee or your cocktail and let's get into the extended cut of Chef's Ink Book News.
All right, let's kick things off with the book that's on everyone's lips, Will Guidara's Unreasonable Hospitality. It's the story of how 11 Madison Park went from a great restaurant to, well, being named the best in the world.
But the secret sauce wasn't any recipe.
No, it was a philosophy. Will makes this powerful distinction between service and hospitality. Service, he says, is a monologue, delivering what's expected, technically correct.
Okay, but hospitality is a dialogue. It's about listening, connecting, and making people feel truly seen. That's the real heart of the book.
And he gives you a framework for it with his 95-5 rule. He argues that 95% of your energy should go into flawless, disciplined, by-the-book execution. Get the orders right, be efficient, be perfect.
Right.
But that other 5%, that's your budget for breaking the rules to create magic.
That's where the famous hot dog cart story comes from. A family from the Midwest mentions they're leaving New York without trying a street hot dog. So after their, $300 a head tasting menu?
Wow.
A member of the EMP team is waiting for them outside with a full-on hot dog cart serving free dogs. That's the 5%. Now, my first reaction is, sure, easy for you. You've got a massive budget. How does a normal restaurant pull that off?
I think that's the most misunderstood part. It's about scale. Guidara's point is to empower your team to act on what they notice. So the unreasonable act in my pastry section might be overhearing a guest say it's their anniversary, and even though they didn't order dessert,
Yeah.
They send out a small, beautiful confection that says happy anniversary. It costs pennies, but the emotional impact is huge. It's just about giving your team permission to be generous.
He institutionalized this with a role called the Dreamweaver, someone dedicated to orchestrating these moments. But in my bar, every bartender should be a Dreamweaver. You hear a guest say they're trying to cut back on sugar?
10 minutes later, you create a bespoke, low-sugar cocktail just for them and say, I was playing with an idea I thought you'd like. You've just turned a customer into an advocate for life.
Okay, I get it. It's not about the money, it's about the mindset. It's about shifting from that's not my job to how can I make their day. It's a powerful shift.
Exactly. And honestly, it leads us perfectly into the book that created the foundation for this kind of thinking.
It really does. Our second book is the modern classic that every single person in this industry should read, Danny Meyer's Setting the Table. If Unreasonable Hospitality is the glorious rooftop garden, Setting the Table is the unshakable concrete foundation the entire building rests on.
Exactly. Meyer's core philosophy of enlightened hospitality was so radical when it came out. He created what he calls the virtuous cycle, which dictates your business priorities.
Right. For decades, the model was guest first. Meyer flipped it. He says the #1 priority is your employees.
The order is iconic. First, your team. Second, your guests. Third, your community. Fourth, your suppliers. And dead last, your investors. It's a domino effect. If you pour all your resources and respect into your team,
They become happy, motivated brand ambassadors who will then provide the most genuine, incredible hospitality to your guests.
And happy guests become regulars.
Right. Which builds a strong business that can support its community, be a great partner to suppliers, and ultimately make the investors happy. It's a long-term strategy, not some short-term profit grab. It's about building a healthy ecosystem. Right, which builds a strong business. Right, which builds a strong business that can support its community.
Right, which builds a strong business that can support its community,
be a great partner to suppliers, and ultimately make the investors happy. It's a long-term strategy, not some short-term profit grab. It's about building a healthy ecosystem.
Meyer also gives leaders a practical tool for this. He talks about leading with constant, gentle pressure. He uses the analogy of a salt shaker. If you see one out of place on a table, you don't stop the dining room and yell at the server.
No.
You just walk by and gently guide it back to the center. It's a quiet, relentless pursuit of excellence, not a loud, ego-driven one.
And his hiring philosophy is the key to it all. He talks about hiring 51%ers. So 49% of a candidate is their technical skill. Can you cook the steak? Can you mix the Manhattan?
Right. But the crucial 51% is their emotional intelligence. Are they warm, empathetic, curious, optimistic? He argues you can teach technical skills, but you can't teach someone how to be a good person. That's what you hire for.
That is everything. In a high-stress pastry kitchen, I will take the positive, eager team player over the technically brilliant but cynical chef every single day. The first person lifts the entire team up.
Absolutely.
The second one can poison it. This book gives you the permission and the framework to build a business with a soul.
All right, so we've built our foundation with Meyer and supercharged our guest experience with Guidara. Now for the curveball, Creativity Inc. by Ed Catmull, the co-founder of Pixar. It's not a hospitality book.
No.
But it's one of the best books on leadership and creativity ever written. And let's be honest, kitchens are just like animation studios, chaotic, passionate, deadline-driven, and full of massive egos.
I couldn't agree more. Catmull's life's work was figuring out how to build a culture where creativity wasn't an accident, but a guarantee. One of my favorite concepts from the book is protecting ugly babies. He says all new ideas, when they're first born, are incomplete and fragile. They're ugly. A new dessert concept is a perfect example. The first time I make it, it's a mess. The flavor is off, the plating is a disaster. It's an ugly baby.
Right. If you judge it too harshly right at the start, you'll kill it before it has a chance to grow into something beautiful.
That's a brilliant way to put it. In kitchens, we're trained to spot flaws and demand perfection instantly. That instinct can be the enemy of innovation. What I really latched onto was the brain trust. This is Pixar's system for feedback. A director shows their unfinished work to a small group of trusted, smart peers. The rules are, the feedback must be candid, constructive, and it's never, ever a personal attack. The brain trust has no authority to force changes.
Its only job is to help the director see the problems with their own project.
Imagine that in a restaurant. A true brain trust for menu development. The whole team, from the chef de cuisine to the line cook to a front-of-house manager, tastes a new dish and gives honest, ego-free feedback. The goal isn't to tear the chef down.
Right. It's for everyone to collaborate to make the dish legendary. It ensures the best idea wins, not just the boss's idea.
It's about creating psychological safety. As a leader, you have to go first.
Yeah.
You had to put up your own ugly baby for criticism and show you can take it. That's how you build a team that isn't afraid to take risks.
So there you have it. 3 incredible reads that together form a powerful toolkit for any leader in this industry. Setting the Table to build your foundational culture, Unreasonable Hospitality to redefine your relationship with guests, and Creativity Inc. to unlock the innovation in your team.
These aren't just books to put on a shelf. They're manuals to be dog-eared, highlighted, and put to work. And that brings us to our final recommendation today, because while we learn from the past, we have to be looking to the future.
Always.
Our own Chef Michael's book, Kitchen Science Fiction, The Next Kitchen Revolution, is that leap forward.
It's the perfect 4th book in this lineup. It takes the cultural and creative lessons from these masters and applies them to the mind-blowing technologies that are about to change our kitchens forever.
Wow.
It's where hospitality meets tomorrow.
And we chefs, we always need to stay hungry for what's next.
Thanks for tuning in to Chefs Inc. Book News. All the books we discuss are linked in the episode description. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and stay hungry.
And before you go, here's a question we'd like you to think about. If you had to apply one single lesson from these books to your workplace tomorrow, whether it's creating a small unreasonable moment, recognizing a 51%er on your team, or protecting an ugly baby idea, what would it be? And what impact do you think it could have?